Mix 106, our movie critic, Willie Waffle, sees the movies so you don't have to waste your money on bad movies. And we have 3 of them for you to choose from this week. We'll find out if any of them are really, really good or really, really bad, and you should avoid them. We have How to Be Single. Also, Deadpool, the most hyped movie I've seen probably in the last couple of months. And Zoolander 2.
Why did they make another Zoolander movie? Seriously, was there a petition or a rally or something that I missed? Because I didn't really feel like there was this big outcry from the public demanding another Zoolander film.
I have to admit, I'm one of those people where the first one, I mean, it was okay. I also have to further admit that the more times that I saw it, the funnier it got. But you're right, I'm not one that sat there and goes, oh my gosh, we need a sequel.
No, and the worst part of it is that you get Zoolander 2.
That's not good.
No, it's horrible. It's dreadful. I mean, you know, the whole story is that we find out Derek Zoolander's life has fallen apart in tragedy, and he's living as a recluse out in the middle of nowhere when he's invited to go to the hottest fashion show in Rome. But that raises flags because Interpol believes it is part of a massive conspiracy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and it turns out Ben Stiller thinks celebrity cameos are much funnier than actual jokes. So, like, the cameos outnumber the jokes 40-1.
Wow. I saw the list of people who are appearing in this movie as either themselves or characters in there with their cameos, and I was, like, blown away. It's like, wow, what they do, just call up and say, hey, you want to just do a quick thing in this? And everybody was like, sure.
Well, yeah, because I think every one of them was, like, desperate to be associated with a very successful movie, and the joke's on them now.
So what?
It's boring, it's flat, it's going nowhere, it's listless, it stinks.
Wow. Is there any more adjectives that you could add to it?
I'm looking them up in my thesaurus.
What do you give it?
Half a waffle.
Ouch. Zoolander, half a waffle. All right, let's get to the movie that everybody really is kind of waiting for and wanting to see. It's our newest superhero, Deadpool.
Oh, it's so good. I mean, you know, it's so good I'm willing to forgive Ryan Reynolds for making the Green Lantern.
Well, maybe he had to make the Green Lantern to get good enough to play Deadpool.
Oh, see, that could be it. And I'll tell you right now, I mean, right from the beginning, right from the opening credits, you realize this movie is a little bit twisted, a little bit different. It doesn't take anything seriously. It's mocking superheroes. It's mocking itself. It's mocking Ryan Reynolds. It's just everything is on the table to be a joke. And the funny thing is, this is an action movie, but it's got about, I'd say, 100 times more jokes than Zoolander 2.
That's not a good thing for Zoolander.
No, it's not. And, you know, if you don't know the whole story, you know, he is a former special ops guy who kind of got kicked out of special ops and, you know, works as a mercenary for hire when he gets cancer, and he thinks the solution is this experimental surgery that they're going to do for him, but it turns him into Deadpool, and now he wants revenge.
I heard that there's even a little joke at the expense of Green Lantern in this movie.
There is a massive joke at the expense of Green Lantern in this movie, and that's what makes it so good. It's one of the best-written movies around for right now. I mean, seriously, it's got snappy dialogue. You know, Ryan Reynolds is perfect as kind of this guy who's the leading man, but also just a sassy comedian, and he's got such a spirit in this movie that makes it fascinating and entertaining, and you just want more. And keep in mind, it's so violent, it's been banned in China.
Wow. For a country known for executing their generals when they do something wrong and it's too violent for them.
Yeah, and matter of fact, it was so violent, I was carded. I had to provide identification to show I was over the age of 17.
Yeah, I think it is only one of, 3 superhero movies that have been rated R?
Yeah, and it turns out some of your local movie theaters are taking that very seriously, people. So don't be like the kids in front of me who had to try to explain, but my dad bought me the ticket. And the theater person was like, yeah, but you're not over 17.
I get the feeling on this that it's going to be like the very first Iron Man movie.
I think you're right. I think it's right up there, and that was the thing that hit me. You know, it's the same kind of style, the same kind of tone as the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's not a copy. It feels like it belongs. It feels like it's the same kind of movie, the same level of being good.
Thank God. All right, and then what did you give it?
I'm going 3.5 waffles.
3.5. And then finally, for those people for Valentine's Day weekend who don't have a Valentine.
Like who are you talking about, Mike?
Well, it could be anybody, but here's a movie that you can go see, right?
Yeah, I guess you could. I mean, but come on, it's just so typical. It's a romantic comedy where all the people who look like movie stars just are struggling with being single. Yeah, like Dakota Johnson has never. I mean, seriously, you think Dakota Johnson has ever been single a day in her life?
No, she was probably born with a boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly. And she's playing this girl who just graduated from college, thinks she's missing out on singlehood, so she sets off on her own and instantly regrets it. You've got Leslie Mann, who's her sister, who all of a sudden wants to have a baby. You've got Allison Brie, who suddenly all of a sudden needs to get married, just has to have it, and then Rebel Wilson, who's just showing you the ugly, dirty side of being single.
Now, is Rebel funny in this movie?
She's okay.
Just okay?
I mean, the whole movie's kind of like that. It's okay. I mean, it's not the greatest written movie. The characters are not the most interesting. You could probably get rid of a couple of them and still have the same movie. I'm going to say 1.5 waffles for How to Be Single.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I guess everybody's going to go see Deadpool this weekend.
God, I want to go see it again.
That's always when your movie critic is saying I want to go see a movie again. That's usually a pretty good indication you should see it.
Oh, I think it's great. I think it's really, really good. I mean, this is the one you want to go see if you're legally allowed to do so.
All right, and what do we have next week?
Well, next week we're going to be talking about the Jesse Owens movie, Race.
All right, we'll talk to you then, Willie. Have yourself a great Valentine's Day. Have your great President's Day.
I'm going to enjoy all of them. I'm going to totally sleep in every single day this weekend.
All right, thanks, Willie.
All right, talk to you later.